I'm Heather from Booktubes, and today is talking about avoiding Booktube burnout. My family is not home. My husband's actually on his way home. He should be here in half an hour. So that's how long I have to film this. So that's why I'm able to be in a different location, because I don't have to be as far away from the other humans as possible. So I thought I would just talk about avoiding Booktube burnout while I do some adult coloring. So this is, as always, because it's all I color these days, Ivy and the Inky Butterfly by Johanna Basford. It is a actual storybook as well as the coloring. And then I have my Prismacolor Premier colored pencils. I'm just going to color while I talk to you, which should be interesting because I go really slow if I'm trying to talk at the same time. So we'll see. Here we go. So the first thing that I want to talk about is how long I've been doing Booktube. So I've been doing this for a little bit over a year, and I have noticed in my watching of Booktube that a year is a pretty common burnout point for creators. You see people being really consistent, having really good growth, and then the year hits and you know, they're making a video, where have I been? It's been 5 months, and then they don't make any videos after that. So I thought, are there people who've been doing this consistently for so many more years? Yes, but I feel like my perspective is still worthy of being mentioned. So that's what we're gonna do. The first thing that I do that I think really allows me to avoid burnout is I don't read for content. You guys know, if you are familiar with my channel, that I am a mood reader, extremely. In fact, I would love if I could just read off of a TBR, because then I would be able to hit all the things that I want to read, not only with diversity, but also just with learning and some of the more serious or harder books or longer books would make regular appearances, whereas as a mood reader, especially the last little bit, they just don't. And if I could just choose to read them, I would, and that would make me happy. But I am a mood reader. Now, you know, also, if you're familiar with my channel, if you've never seen me before, then you don't know. But I do a lot of recommendation videos, right? A lot of romance recommendations by trope or subgenre or some sort of theme. And sometimes I don't have enough books for a recommendation because I like to have at least 5 books per video, and usually just 5. I usually do, here's my 5 recommendation, and if I have more than that, I'll end up doing another rec video for the same topic a few months or a year later, right? But sometimes I don't have enough, so sometimes I do try and read for it, but basically my max is 1 book a month that I can read on purpose because I'm trying to find another good recommendation for the video. Because in my rec videos, I usually only rec books that I rate 4 or 5 stars, so yeah, I might have read quite a bit more than 5, but I don't have that many recs. I try to only recommend 1 book per author per video, so maybe I read a lot of polyamorous that is by Katie Robert, but she only counts as 1 recommendation for me in the video, generally speaking. Sometimes I will recommend more than 1 series by the same author, but it's not my norm. It's not my go-to. It's raining outside. I can't help you. So sometimes I will try to read it, but basically I'm only going to accomplish 1 book a month out of that, and I do usually a rec video a week or so. So really, I can't read to do rec videos. I also don't read much structured for vlogs. I don't do a lot of book clubs or readathons or any of the things where the reading is assigned to you, because I just can't. I end up DNFing the book, I end up putting it off, I end up going into a reading slump. So the first thing that really helps me is I don't read for content, so my reading is just what I enjoy, and it's not, I'm so burned out on reading the assigned reading. Another thing that I think is really helpful, I do 3 videos a week, right? Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. But I think that instead of staying on that schedule until you're burned out to the point where now you haven't made a video in 3 months, I think it's better to just take a week off or take an upload off, right? If I have to drop in any given week, down to 2 videos, that's not a big deal. That's a whole lot better than no, I have to do it. And I force myself to put out the 3 videos week after week after week. And then there's a whole month where I don't upload. I think that to avoid burnout, it's a good idea if you are feeling overwhelmed to just drop 1 video or just drop 1 week. It depends on your upload schedule, what it would look like, but just cut back a tiny bit. Don't just go on a complete break. If you do have to go on a break, don't do a ton of work before and after to catch up. For instance, when I went for my anniversary trip in June, I didn't film that week because I was gone on my filming day and I still had all my uploads, but I had done basically 1 video extra a week for a few weeks. And honestly, it was a lot of work. I was kind of like, oh, I'm ready for a break. But I felt that that was better than just trying to get all those extra videos done right before or right after my trip, because as a mom especially, any trip creates so much work for me, so much packing, so much cleaning, so much laundry, all the things, that having to do a lot of extra work for Booktube is a problem. Another thing that I find particularly helpful for trying to avoid just being sick of it, right? Especially because, for instance, right now I'm monetized, right? I haven't actually seen a single payout, so I haven't made a penny yet, even though it's coming, right? So the monetary value isn't there and isn't motivating. The monetization isn't really a immediate motivator, at least because I'm not seeing anything. But what was I even talking about? Does anybody know? I don't know. But basically, I was saying something about how one way to just not get so sick of it when I'm doing it for fun, even though I'm not getting paid yet, even though I want to get paid, I plan on at some point making a part-time income from Booktube. That is my goal in a few years. But how to avoid just being sick of it right now is I do have videos of varying lengths. I feel like this is important. The longer your video is, obviously the more time consuming it is, not only in filming, but especially in editing and uploading and all of the things. Those things take a lot more time if your video is a certain length. Because of my rec videos and other things, I often have videos that are 10 to 15 minutes, and then sometimes I do have ones that are 25, 35 minutes. These are not as common, I would say, as my 10 to 15 minute ones. And my videos have gone longer as I have gotten more comfortable filming and chatting and not freaking out about storage space in my phone and all the things. When I'm doing 3 videos a week, not all of those can be an hour long. That's too much. It's too much. And honestly, they can't all be 20 minutes long either. So having some different lengths, and particularly having some shorter ones, is really helpful. Now, having all your videos be super short to the point where you're not learning anything about the books is not my preferred method, but having videos where, okay, I can edit this in an hour is incredibly helpful. Just makes all the difference in the world, honestly. And then, much like reading, not reading for content, just reading what I want, I make content I really want to make. I do not make a video because it's popular. Hey, if my video can be popular, fantastic. I'm not like other girls, you know, like that's not what I'm saying, but literally I want to make what I want to make, and if my taste isn't the most mainstream, or if it is and it's like everybody's making this video, who cares? I make what I want to make, and that really is helpful because, again, right now, as much as I plan on getting paid for it, right now the only thing I'm getting out of it is my enjoyment. And I think that people can tell when you're making content because you have to, or because you feel like you have to for your viewers. Whatever content you make, you will find the viewers who enjoy that thing. So why would I want to attract viewers doing something I don't want to do? It doesn't make any sense to me. So For me personally, I really want the people who want to watch what I want to make. And so I just really focus on what I want to make. And even when I do have to change my schedule around, I try and make sure it's what I want to make. That's why I do the rec videos, because that's what I wanted the most when I started watching Booktube, because I am a mood reader. So if I'm in the mood for a small town romance or for a reverse harem where they're killing people, I want to find those recommendations, especially when maybe you don't have a ton of reviewers that you're following on whatever platform that you already know have really similar taste to you. So you are in that search trying to find recommendations. Having a specific theme that you know you are interested in is really incredibly helpful. Another thing is having a schedule, not just an upload schedule, but for me, having a schedule of when I am filming, wildly important. Probably the single biggest reason why I've been able to be so consistent is because I know, now ironically I'm not doing it this week, but I know on Sunday afternoons I'm filming 3 videos. Week in and week out. That's what I do. If there's something happening that I know I cannot film on Sunday afternoon, then I know that I have to do it on Saturday or on Monday, or make it up in the weeks before and after because I already knew I wasn't going to be there. That type of thing. But because I know exactly when I'm filming, I know which videos I'm going to film that day, when they're going to be uploaded, I already have my notes done, I already have all the prep work done. I go to church Sunday morning. So I already have my makeup done, and then I film 3 videos on the day that I have my makeup done. And I know as soon as I'm done with lunch, all my kids are getting screen time with their daddy. They're going in the man cave, which is on the opposite side of the house from my bedroom where I film. And for the next hour or 2, filming 3 videos. And then the rest of the week, I don't have to worry about having my makeup done. I don't have to worry about having kids quiet long enough to get sound clips for a video. I don't have to do any of the things. It happens on Sunday afternoon. And especially not having to be like, oh, I need to film like 3 different times a week. Huge. Not having to figure out which night of the week I'm going to film. I cannot tell you how much of a difference it makes. It's made all the difference in the world. There's no way I would be able to do 3 videos a week if I didn't have a scheduled filming time. And then, like I said, with having the notes for my videos done and knowing which videos I'm going to do before I start filming on Sunday, having all those decisions made ahead of time, it's so much less brain power, and then you're actually able to use all of your brain power for speaking to the camera and trying to convince people why they might or might not enjoy this book. And it's not hindered by having just gone through decision fatigue, trying to figure out what I was going to film, which books I was going to talk about, all of the things. So having all those decisions made ahead of time means that when I am filming, my brain power is able to focus on that. Next thing that I think makes a huge difference is having entertainment that is not booktube or book related. Coloring for me. I don't do it as much because my pencils will get messed up and then I won't know which shade I'm seeing. So for the most part, I do kind of have to make sure that my kids aren't out and about in order to do this. But I do find it very enjoyable. I play piano, I play flute, I mostly play piano. That is very relaxing for me. Uh-oh, my husband's home. We'll do this again later. Okay, you might be able to tell that I got some more done. My family's supposed to be quiet. My little list isn't here, so that should make life easier. But I'm just gonna finish up this video real quick. So I was saying about how not all my entertainment has to do with books and Booktube. So like if I don't feel like watching Booktube that day, I don't. I'll either watch other YouTube or I'll just listen to music, because I don't listen to audiobooks, which is just because I get irritated with my children because I can't hear my book. So I just don't listen to them. But because I don't listen to them, I never feel the pressure that, oh, I should be listening to a book. So I can listen to podcasts or music or watch YouTube when I'm cleaning, and it's not like, oh, I should be reading, because I only read when I'm actually able to look at it. And that's really helpful. I think that having those breaks makes my enjoyment, especially because booktubers and the booktube community in general do read so much more than average. I do read 20 plus books every single month, even though quite a few of those are shorter romances, so page count wise it might not be as impressive as the number sounds, but it doesn't matter. It's a lot of time that I spend reading, and I spend a lot of time watching booktube. I really enjoy it, but if I don't feel like watching it, I don't make myself watch it. And I find that really helpful to not be burned out, because it's like, okay, if I don't feel like watching it, I don't. And then I don't play catch up. If there's like a video I really want to watch, obviously I'll put it on my watch later list, but I'm not like, okay, I missed everybody's videos from Tuesday and Wednesday, so now on Thursday I have to watch all of them plus Thursday's content. I don't do that. And lastly, I think probably the most important thing when it comes to avoiding burnout in any area of life is just keep tabs on your emotional and mental state. How are you feeling when it comes to booktube? Are you feeling excited and invigorated? Are you feeling dread? Is it feeling like a chore or a to-do? If it's any of the negative connotations, is it just because you're having an off day, or is it because you're reaching a point where it's becoming too much and you need to take a tiny step back in order to prevent full-out burnout? And this is important when it comes to literally everything, but especially something that you're doing for enjoyment. Don't let it become a hindrance or a burden or a to-do that you have to cross off the list. If you need a tiny break, take a tiny break. And this goes back to just miss one upload or just take 1 week off instead of waiting until you can't stand the sight of your camera. And I think that these little breaks that we need as humans make a huge difference in the long run. It means that you can keep making content for year after year after year without having to take 6 months off or never coming back, right? I think that being aware of where you are, either because of your season of life, maybe you have a lot going on or really heavy things going on, or just being aware that, hey, I'm in a reading slump. Maybe I need to adjust my content accordingly, because you can make bookish content even if you don't have new books to talk about. This video, for instance. In fact, I've had to change my schedule a little bit in July because I just didn't have enough books for what I wanted to talk about, so I had to change it. And that's fine. It's not filler content, it's other things that I genuinely want to make. But just being aware of where I was at and the fact that I was coming out of a reading slump and for sure could not read for content, you just adjust your plans and expectations accordingly. And always be kind to yourself. If 6 videos a week is too much, don't do 6 videos a week. If 3 videos a week is too much, don't do 3. If you have to take a week off, take a week off, but make the plans for that next week. Or hey, if you're in a really rough patch, it's okay to do that. Don't let the YouTube algorithm rule your life even though you are going through it. Just don't. The people who really want to see your content will be happy when you come back. So that's kind of it. Strategies for how you make content, being aware of yourself and where you're at, and enjoying other things and not forcing yourself to read or make content just to have it. So let me know your thoughts. If you have been making booktube videos for a long time or have been watching for a long time, let me know patterns you have noticed or things that you think really help, strategies to help people avoid burnout. And do you really care if your favorite creator misses an upload? Would you rather them miss one upload and continue to make videos? Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Okay, if anybody cared about the coloring, you can see the blues, the light blues, gray greens don't show up fantastically on camera, but I figured I would go ahead and show you some of the other pages. I really do love this artist, and this is a story that she would tell her daughters before they would go to bed, and she wrote that all out and drew all the illustrations for it. There's dragons and a magical wonderland and a little mouse and all sorts of characters who Ivy encounters as she looks for the butterfly that escaped from her grandparents' wonder room. And it's just a really cute, sweet story, and I have been working on it for forever and will probably never finish, but it's adorable, and I hope you enjoyed.